Do you want to know how I dropped my PPO insurance plans and became completely fee-for-service? And not just that, but how I kept all my patients? If you give me 5 minutes, I will show you exactly how I did that and how today I help dentists across the country free themselves from insurance plans so they can actually enjoy doing dentistry and increase their income instead of working longer hours with shrinking margins, burning themselves out. So look, if you're a dental practice owner who's sick of dealing with insurance overreach, the headaches, the denied claims, the low reimbursement, the restricted patient care, and you want to experience the incredible freedom you can have when you drop your PPO plans, then this is for you. There is a way you can free yourself from insurance interference so that you can focus on the experience of changing patients' lives while winning back hours for yourself, even if you feel completely overwhelmed and burned out right now. Well, if you watch this short presentation all the way through, I'm going to show you how you can make your practice fee-for-service, achieve incredible work-life balance, and instantly increase your production 10%, 40%, all while you get back 1 to 2 days a week to spend with your family, doing what you love. Not only that, but I'm also going to show you how to do all of this in a way that feels effortless and natural by using a simple method to free yourself from PPO contracts so you can focus on the dentistry you love again and go right back to the passion that made you enter this field in the first place. And I'm going to show you how to keep your existing patient relationships and increase your ability to provide great dentistry for them. Through this process, you will feel energized, motivated, and stress-free from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. And when your head hits the pillow, you'll feel proud and fulfilled and excited for the next day, even if right now you feel disillusioned and ready for a change. Before we dive in, let me quickly check. Does this sound familiar? Do you and your team spend too much time dealing with insurance companies, making long, exhausting days at the office where you come home without any energy left for you and your family? Do you wake up at night feeling anxious about work the next day instead of being able to unwind? Have you found yourself dreading patient interactions that used to be the highlight of your job because you're dealing with insurance contracts and claims? Are you constantly battling insurance claims and denials, leaving you overwhelmed? And most of all, are your profit margins shrinking, making it difficult to pay bills and leaving you with less and less at the end of the month? Well, if any of that rings true, I have good news. It doesn't mean you aren't doing dentistry right. They simply mean that you need a better system for insurance management. I'm going to give that system to you here. But first, understand this. With this in place, you're going to start looking forward to coming to the office again, excited to care for patients and expand the impact you have in their lives. You'll have time and money again for vacations, date nights, hobbies. Work won't consume your life. Profit will steadily rise without you working more hours and sacrificing quality. The bottom line is there is a system that will allow you to drop PPO contracts without losing your patients. Even if you live in an area that is insurance driven, everything you're noticing, the shrinking margins, the increased cost, the low reimbursement, it's not your fault. You just need to renegotiate your relationship with insurance. And now you're going to get it. What's so great about the system is that it doesn't matter how big or small your practice is, whether you live in a small town or a large city, you can increase your income instantly. This will work for you. You don't need to spend years of your life working in a practice you no longer love, emotionally and physically exhausted, only to retire when you're too old, too sick, and too tired to enjoy it. Don't let insurance suck the life out of you. You can start now to free your practice, increase your income by hundreds of thousands of dollars, and eliminate insurance headaches without working harder. So before we dive into that system, let's look at what not to do. Because like most dentists, you're likely making 3 big mistakes in your relationship with insurance companies. So let's quickly go through them. Mistake number 1 is creating insurance-driven patients by the way you and your team communicate with them. What you need to understand is that you do this without even realizing it. If we haven't coached and trained our team members, and if we haven't established good communication systems in the practice, we will inadvertently send the wrong message to our patients. Mistake number 2 is letting insurance companies dictate the terms of your relationship. This is a killer. When you fail to understand the contracts that you've signed and you feel like you're stuck with them, it leaves you powerless. This creates frustration with your team, confusion with your patients, and constant fires to put out. This will always fail. Insurance companies are extremely profitable. They just don't care if you are. Mistake number 3 is having a negative mindset about insurance. Insurance is not bad. It's an incredible benefit, and we want to help our patients maximize the benefits that they have. What you need to realize is that when you think negatively about insurance, you will always make it your adversary. Free yourself from insurance and you'll be in a better position to help your patients take advantage of this benefit in a positive way. With rising costs of supplies and the increased cost of team wages, we cannot afford to do things the same way we have in the past. You need to start using what I call the insurance freedom formula. And here's how it works. First, you change the relationship you have with insurance companies. Next, you coach your team to have an empowering mindset around insurance. And finally, you educate your patients about your relationship with them and your relationship with their insurance. Now let's look at these steps in more detail, because it starts with changing the relationship you have with dental insurance companies. You need to find out what insurance contracts that you've signed. You need to understand them and what they mean, then decide what you want to change. Each insurance company may be different for you. You may choose to just renegotiate fees and keep the same PPO contracts, or eliminate the PPO contracts altogether. And this can take time. So if you need to develop a strategy by knowing where you are right now and knowing where you want to be, then set a timeline and a strategy for changing that relationship with each insurance provider in your area. Next, you need to coach and train your team to have an empowering mindset around insurance. Teach them to use insurance and not let insurance use you. Your team will become communications experts and insurance experts so that they can better serve your patients, all while eliminating the PPO plans from your practice. Finally, you educate your patients about any changes they may see. Your team will reach out to them, and they're going to strengthen your patient's relationship with you so that they feel comfortable about any changes that they may notice when you cancel your PPO contracts. This critical step will improve patient loyalty, and it's going to build trust in you as their provider. When you do this well, you can drop PPO plans and keep your patients. Can you see how incredible this will be? That's the freedom I'm talking about. Not only freedom from insurance contracts that are causing your practice to lose money, but freedom from headaches, freedom from insurance denials, freedom from the insurance mindset in your practice, the mindset that infects your team and your patients and decreases the value of great dentistry. You owe it to yourself and your patients to make this happen. So here's what I have for you. I've set aside time in the next 24 to 48 hours for a free strategy session to map out how you can implement this system in your practice. Just click the link below this video. And here's how exactly the strategy session works. We'll hop on a private Zoom call that lasts about 45 minutes. You'll walk me through where you're struggling most with insurance, your patients, your team, the mindset you have in the office, anything else that is causing an insurance overwhelm. Together, we'll pinpoint the specific issues that are holding you back from making the changes you want to in your practice right now. Then we'll map out a tailored plan to change your relationship with insurance, to change your team training, to change patient education. I'll show you how we can completely eliminate the constant stress and exhaustion and frustration with insurance faster than you imagine possible. If you want my help executing that plan through high-level coaching, we can discuss making that happen. If you'd rather implement this yourself, that's fine too. Either way, my goal is to give you a clear blueprint to reignite your passion so you look forward to work again. To book your free strategy session, click the button under this video. You'll fill out a quick application so I can learn more about your practice, and then you'll pick a time for us to connect on my calendar. I can't wait to show you how we can resurrect the joy of dentistry together. This is not for everyone though. I have a strict criteria that you must meet to qualify for a free breakthrough session. First, you must be a dental practice owner who wants to change their relationship with dental insurance. If you like the fees you're getting and you like the contracts you currently have with dental insurance, then exit now. Second, you must be willing to invest the time, energy, and money into creating a smooth transition away from PPO contracts if that's what we determine you need to do in our session. I've helped dentists make a smooth transition into a fee-for-service practice, but only if they're committed to making real changes through systems in their practice, team training, and mindset work. If you're not ready to devote real effort and resources to free yourself from the stranglehold of insurance, I can't help you. But if you meet both requirements and you're completely fed up with the frustration and exhaustion from insurance, then take action now. So if you sincerely want to get back to the rewarding feeling of changing lives through dental care, and you're willing to do the work to make that happen, book your session below. With focus and determination, you absolutely can have a practice that you find fulfilling again. And it starts by taking control and claiming your free strategy session today. I'm Mark Davis, and I hope to speak with you soon.